So something very interesting is going on right now, and it's not every single month or every single iPhone cycle that ends up happening where we get kind of conflicting information. So what ended up happening the other year was we ended up getting the iPhone 12 mini, and this was the first time in a long time Apple kind of branched away from their standard iPhone lineup, and they gave us a smaller iPhone. Well, the year after, they ended up giving us a refreshed version of that smaller iPhone, and it looked like everyone wasn't really buying that iPhone for the most part. And we talked about it in 2020 and 2021, and even a little bit in 2022. Well, in 2022, towards the end of it, Apple went ahead and created a Plus model of the iPhone. And we pretty much thought, us as the consumers pretty much thought that these iPhones aren't really going to be selling that well anyway. And probably I thought it was going to sell less than the mini iPhone. Well, what ended up happening was we got the first couple, leaks of, I guess, the numbers they sold in those iPhones, and they didn't really sell too well in the first place. But now it's looking like, although they still aren't, out competing any of the other major iPhones, for, example, the Pro models are still selling way better than the Plus models, the iPhone 14 Plus ended up selling better than the iPhone 13 mini during the same time during its release. So that is something that is kind of interesting, because you would think that maybe a more expensive iPhone of a variation of an iPhone like the base model would probably, especially when it's only $100 cheaper than the Pro model, a majority of people would probably just end up going for the Pro model during that moment. But it looks like Apple kind of, I guess, did some clever marketing, or they did something where the iPhone 14 Plus is actually selling better than a lot of people may actually think. So I think potentially in the next year, we could see Apple probably spending a little bit more money in terms of marketing for the iPhone Plus series, because it's looking like the next iPhone, the iPhone 15, the 15 Plus is probably going to be the last version of this Plus iPhone. Maybe Apple will bring back a mini afterwards. I pretty much doubt it. But if that ends up happening, how crazy would that be if the Plus iPhone from nowhere actually ends up becoming a pretty decent selling device? And I like the concept of the Plus iPhone because it actually gives us a bigger model of a cheaper iPhone. Before, we only had a smaller iPhone. Like if they made a Pro model of the mini iPhone, I wonder how that would sell. But in this case, for them selling the iPhone 14 Plus and for it selling, I think, better than maybe they even thought of, I think that still is kind of a win for Apple. Although it's still not selling great, it's not selling amazing. It's selling, I think, better, or at least okay for what they were considering, for it to sell. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.